So the simplest way to test for a worn out button on the remote control is to try all the other buttons. So in my case, the volume buttons are working, but the power button needs to be pushed extra hard for it to activate. So that way you can tell that the power button is worn out, and next we're gonna open up and see how we can troubleshoot and fix this issue. So let's get this open. So there are many ways that these remotes are put together. Some uses screws, some are plastic clips, and then some uses a combination of both. And this one is just held by a bunch of clips around the remote. So you pick a spot and start sticking a flat object in and try to pry them apart. And then take a plastic pick and run along the edges to undo all the clips one by one. And you might want to pay attention to the way clips were put together so that you know which way to point your plastic pick. Just have a little patience and you'll be okay. Now, once they come apart, you typically see three major components: the plastic shells, the circuit board, and the membrane buttons. So these membranes works by having metal dust embedded into the rubber so that when the button is pressed, it will close the traces on the circuit board. However, these rubbers have limited cycles, so as a result, they eventually wear out. And usually the power button goes first. The simplest way to fix this is to grab a tiny piece of foil from the kitchen or wherever you put them, drop a dab of glue on the button, and stick the piece of foil onto the button. It doesn't even matter what type of glue you use, just make sure that it gives enough adhesion so that it doesn't leave the button when it's pressed, as just demonstrate by dry pressing on the button. Now just put the thing back together and try again at your device, and voila, you just fix your $8 remote with a piece of foil.